Hello, this is Miho from Canada. How are you guys doing? I hope your mental and physical health are good and fit. So, I just came back from Japan and it's been a while for us. That it's been 8 months since lockdown. So, we were on the first flight back to Japan and we were so excited to see Japan. And for us to go back is so happens so often. So having this huge gap was something that we really appreciate. Take nothing for granted. You just don't know what's going to happen in the near future or even tomorrow. That sort of circumstances we are living in, and you might hear sad news or frustrated news, or you feel like you're not sure what's holding for us and get anxiety or worry about the future and all those feelings. And we've been through so much changes already, and it's a lot for a lot of us too. And even though people who are leading a really good life, there's one common theme that I find that they're doing, which is they actively look for good or actively look for a beauty in these situations. So that means they don't compare, in the past, like, oh, that might have been nice if this happens, or be nice if the familiar things like you used to love are back. They just take what it is right now in front of you or what's surrounding you, and then actively look for good and the beauty. So when you do that, you're living in now. You're living what's happening this moment, and you train yourself, train your brain to see something good or something beautiful, so that the brain will look for those too, and you will experience that. So at that moment, you're not comparing from the past or comparing what might happen in the future. They're just living in now and enjoying what it is. I think that's the secret, that people who have a really good life, no matter what circumstances around, they will feel the stress, they will feel uneasy here and there, but their focus is very strong to look for the beauty and the goods in what it is now. So when you consciously think that way, and it really ease your mind off, and you can put your foot in front of you and keep going forward. And also you could be kind to yourself, because when you press so hard to achieve something, for instance, and if it didn't go well, and if you're really harsh on yourself, your mood goes down, and it really doesn't really help you to keep going. And you need to understand that the people have this biorhythm which goes up and down and up and down, which is very normal. So you feel like even though you're actively moving, some days it just doesn't do anything for you. It just don't feel like it, or you just body doesn't want to move, and you might have this physical wave to coming down, and this one doesn't go all the way forever down. It will hit the bottom and then start to go up. So this is the biorhythm that you have, and this varies depending on the person to person. But when you feel it's coming down, you just accept, okay, this is what it is, and it will go up, but you take it easy. You don't push it unnecessarily. Even though you push it, the results would be maybe the injury, or you just feel so out of it, right? So it doesn't do any good. So you accept even for emotional thing, like if you feel like, oh, just a little thing is really affecting you, which you don't normally feel, but your emotion wave might be coming down to the lowest point, right? So it's natural, to feel this way. So just knowing that, it really saves you from, unnecessary pushing or kicking yourself and trashing yourself unnecessarily. So when you think, okay, some people have, the life goes up, 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 up. It's really, really good, directions. But it really, what it is doing is just a little wave going up and down and up and down and up and down, just from far away. It looks like it's going straight up, right? But they understand up and down. So when you go down, they don't really add extra force to bring yourself down to really, really bottom unnecessary. If you do that, it takes a lot of energy to coming up, and then you can't really go up to where it was, and then you start to having this wave going down. So it feels like you're staying still, or it could be coming, going downwards, right? If you push so hard. So when you see the people who going up and up, they don't unnecessarily up all the time. They come down as well, physically and emotionally or intellectually, or any part of your life. But they just let it be. They're kind to themselves, and they just relax, and they just let the course itself. And then it will come up, because this is the natural wave. And then you feel really relaxed, because you let yourself relax, and you just accept it. This is normal, it will come back. So you just keep yourself happy or kind to yourself, just I don't know, take a bath or take a walk, or just having your own time to indulge yourself, or eat food that you really wanted to eat, and then you go back. By the time you're going back, you relax, you reserve those energy, and then you can really go up, and then come down a bit, and up, up, up. That's why it looks like you're going really towards, in an upward direction. So just knowing that you have those ups and downs, and that's perfectly normal. So when you feel like coming down, the wave is coming down, you just relax and just let it be. And also, yes, if you want to eat something, like for instance, I went to Japan, I had long list of things that I love to eat, because I love Japanese food, Japanese sweets, and I've been thinking about it. And finally, my dream came true, which was to eat the sweet cakes. And I pick, different kinds, and 5 pieces. I came home with it, or to the hotel, and I start eating, indulging myself. I was so happy. And when you eat in a happy mode, the body would not react to the way, like, you gain so much all of the sudden. People who have the negative mind and eating, which I was there, and they think like, oh, even this water, a glass of water make me big, and which really happens because you're eating the food in a negative mind. So the mind is so powerful, it's like make your wish true. So when you eat food, even though normally you eat really healthy and balanced meal, just don't overeat and all that, but some days you just let it be, like cheat day, and you just indulge yourself and happy eating the food and appreciate the taste and all that, right? And it won't affect your body as much. Then you start moving, and you eat, back healthy, balanced meal, and you sleep well, and you let it out, like poop it out, right? That cycle. When you go back to that, like you keep your, the weight and health. It's very the balanced way. And so that's another important things to think about consciously. So overall, when you have people really steady life or really successful life, they look for something good and something beautiful in no matter what. And that keeps them going forward. When you look back often enough, you always think to compare yourself to the others or what the circumstances you were in before, and you're dissatisfied. You make yourself a negative comments or the feelings too, and that really makes you dwell on things, and it's not good to keep going. So once in a while we reflect back and see like, wow, how far I came, and wow, I was like that and this, and you can really see the progress, and that's a good way to reflect yourself to looking back on. But other than that, you just take given situation and look for good, look for the beauty. And you could find the beautiful things everywhere. When you go out, step out of the house, you could see the little flower or little leaves or sun warming, beautiful sky, or the really, the quiet rainy days. And you will find the beauty in no matter what. So that's the gear change that you need to put your mind to. And you've been through a lot since March, like lockdown and changes happening. You gotta adapt things and learn new things, or you might feel a lot of worries and anxieties, and the things changing at work or the house and schools. So you've seen a lot, and you've gone through a lot. So occasionally be kind to yourself and do not need to push yourself too hard, and just take one given situation at a time and look for good and look for the beauty, and you can always find those. Okay, so hope this helps to keep your mind off or easy. So take care and see you in the next video. Bye bye.